and you created this restaurant. We're here with Giulia Carniato, the owner and founder of P.Pole Pizza. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. So can you tell us, I want to know your journey because you're 22 years old and
Yes.
you created this restaurant that is changing the way that people look at pizza.
Thank you. So my father has always been in the restaurant business and I always admired him for that. So, and being Italian as well, I just wanted to facilitate the way people ate, went on their lunch breaks, students were able to budget their meals, and yeah, I came up with this, just being able to have fun, creating your own pizza at a low cost and still being delicious and healthy. That's one of the most exciting things that are recent for me, adding in cauliflower dough and charcoal dough and having vegan options. So
Are you vegan yourself?
No, I would love to be, but I'm also half Brazilian, so I love me some steak.
Oh, who doesn't? So explain a little bit more the concept of P.Pole Pizza. So you come in, and how do you order your pizza?
So you start off over there, and you get to pick your sauce after your doughs. We have chia, we have charcoal, we have cauliflower, we have plain, and then you pick your sauces, and then you pick your meats and your cheeses, and then you have your vegetable options. Goes in the oven, comes out, and you get your fresh ingredients on top, and it should all be done within 8 minutes.
Well, that's crazy because many people have these ideas at such a young age and nobody really executes them. So what made you be like, okay, I'm gonna start and do it? And how was your business plan? Did you do a business plan or?
I was lucky enough to chat with my father about it, and he helped me through the process, actually. So having him as my partner really helped for me.
What do you think was the hardest part of making your own business?
Definitely getting it out there, getting the name out there, the word out, so people could come in and try it and see for themselves how great it is.
Did the name come to you organically, or you had to like, you had different name options, or how was it?
We did some test runs, and then we were like, oh, it's for the people, it's for everyone who just wants really good pizza at a quick, in this fast-paced life that we have today. So yeah, after a few tries, we finally got it down.
And I know your target audience is more like millennials. Are you looking to expand on universities? Is that something that we can see P.Pole Pizza doing?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Do you go to college yourself?
Yeah, I study in New York now, so I'm always keeping an eye out for the perfect location, and hopefully we'll be able to reach over there soon.
And how do you select a place for P.Pole Pizza?
We look at the community, see where we can definitely fit in with the right people. So here we have a lot of workers that come in. We're really close to UM. We're close to people who come back from high school and they're done with their extracurricular activities. So things like that is definitely helpful.
And how long did you start this project?
It's been about 4 years now.
Oh wow, so you were 18 years old?
Yes, I was.
Did it intimidate you starting like your own restaurant at 18?
Would it be really cocky of me to say no?
No, of course not, no.
No, I've always been a dreamer and like entrepreneur mindset since I was 15. I was doing projects with my father as well about selling art and stuff like that. So no, not really.
And knowing everything you know now with the industry and all the experience you've gained, what would you tell yourself starting at 18?
To not be scared, to dive right in, figure it out, believe in yourself, and just go all the way in and not back out.
That's crazy. Are there any tips that you would suggest to other entrepreneurs or people that are doing in the restaurant business? Because I know there's this stigma that people going into restaurants are always intimidated because they say it's such a hard industry to be successful in.
Yeah, it's massive. You have to be unique, just like everything in life. You need to be motivated, you need to keep going. As I said, you just need to have a vision and not let the little failures create the downfall that can happen if you let the failures take it,
And when you started, were you a chef yourself?
No, I knew how to make a good pasta, but that's
no
about
pizza?
it. No pizza. But I learned.
Do you think it facilitated your dad being in the restaurant business, your
definitely.
entry into the restaurant industry as well?
Yeah, I say it all the time. I'm extremely lucky for that. But yeah.
Does your dad always have inputs? Does he say, no, do this? And you're like, no, I want to do this way. Like, who has the say in P.Pole Pizza?
Sometimes we go back and forth, but it's all about a good negotiation, I would say.
And would you recommend to others starting to mix business with family or no?
I would keep that
A personal choice.
personal choice. It's all about personal manners and being able to keep it differentiated. So family is one thing, business is another. But if you can combine the both really well and harmonize it, it's very, very beneficial.
And do you have other brothers and sisters, or are you an only child?
I have a little brother on my mother's side though.
So he has a lot to compete now. 22 business owner, like what else?
He's enjoying the free pizza though.
That's crazy. I bet. And what can we expect in the future from P.Pole Pizza? Like, where do you see it coming? Like, are there any new projects you're working on right now?
So right now we're growing to Hollandale, Miami Beach.
Oh, wow.
And I look forward to expanding to universities and colleges. As you said, it's actually been in the business plans for the future.
Ooh, and what's your top universities? Are there any that you want to hit first, or
I
you
would
don't
like
care?
to hit up in Tallahassee, Gainesville, in Florida,
Okay, yeah.
wise, because I really think there's a good market there, easy, fast, and they don't have any new restaurants going in now, so yeah.
And can you explain the process of going in and opening a restaurant? Like how you say you want to expand, because obviously like this is already a franchise. How do you tackle, like you just choose, buy the place and do it? Because I know there's a lot of legal steps that go into it.
There
So
definitely
how long
is.
does it take on average?
I would say about 8 months to a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you need to find the location, speak to your lawyers, see what differentiate, compare, because sometimes it may be cheaper in a different location, but it's not as popular. But you can make that location popular if the price difference is big enough for you to save the money at the less popular location. So that's kind of what we did here, honestly. We really just amped it up and we really made the name for ourselves. In the beginning, it was easy to get unmotivated because it was hard to bring people in.
Wow.
We were, just new millennials in this block. Miracle Mile is very more high-end or for an elder generation. But we really brought in the millennials after a few months of continuing.
How did you tackle the marketing to bring all these millennials into the store?
Well, shout out to Michael.
Yeah.
Just events, actually. In the beginning, I was throwing some art events. So every Friday, we would have free Prosecco with a purchase of 4 pizzas or more. So that brought in a lot of families, actually.
Wow. Okay.
And then I had a few of my friends who would sing or make music come out here and play music for the night. So you had your little free champagne with your pizza and you had free music. And that actually definitely made a lot of word.
And you mentioned art. Do you paint yourself?
I don't paint, but I'm a lover of the arts, and I'm actually going into the art business world myself with my degree.
What's your degree in?
It's a business strategy and management.
And do you want to open your own art gallery and combine it with pizza or no?
I would love to. I've been thinking about it, but for now I'll be going into like art dealing and art buying and stuff like that. And then maybe in the future I'll have a little art restaurant.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And if you got to choose art or pizza, what would you go?
Why not both?
You
Paint
can.
a little, have some pizza, have some pizza, sell some art. I look forward to combining both in my future. Yeah.
So there's a lot to expect from Giulia in the future. Is there any advice you would like to give any young entrepreneurs or any last words?
Just keep going. Don't let your failures affect your motivation, and just keep going. And eventually, there's always going to be failures, but the achievements will pay off.
And what failures did this restaurant bring to you? Any or?
I would just say in the beginning it felt kind of unmotivating to see less clientele come in, and then it paid off though to see it grow and become more popular.
And what did you tell yourself in those times?
Just keep going.
Just keep going. Like you saw the light, you saw the potential.
If there's anything I learned from my father is just to keep going, not get unmotivated if it's not becoming as big as you hoped for, because eventually it will.
So it's a slow journey to success, you would
Most
say.
definitely.
Well, thank you so much for giving me your time. So now can you teach us how to make your own P.Pole pizza?
I would love to.
Okay, let's go.